Hey guys, Fletch here, bringing you another transfer talk video. This is the video where I bring together all of the biggest confirmed deals and biggest rumours that are going around the footballing world right now. So without further ado, let's begin. And we begin with Newcastle United, who are rumoured to be making some big moves over the coming days, and they've already begun with the signing of England striker Callum Wilson, who has completed a £20 million move from Bournemouth to Newcastle, and he has signed a 4-year deal. Wilson, of course, has been with Bournemouth for 6 years and was part of the squad that got relegated with them this season, with, of course, then manager Eddie Howe. It was said that Wilson had last week turned down a move to Aston Villa in favour of a move to Tyneside after Villa had a £21 million bid accepted for him. But it was Newcastle that he chose in favour of. Of course, we all know Wilson. He's Premier League proven. He's a decent goal scorer when on form, of course, and is a handful for most defenders. But it will be interesting to see whether he can keep that form going after this move, and also whether he can recapture his goal scoring ability for the Magpies for the upcoming season, of course now under manager Steve Bruce. So it will be interesting to see how this move does turn out for both Newcastle and for Callum Wilson. And sticking with Newcastle for our next story, they're set to bring another former Bournemouth player into their ranks with Ryan Fraser. The winger became a free agent towards the end of last season after leaving the Cherries following his stay with the club and his contract expiring. And over the weekend, news broke that despite a lot of interest from different clubs, the 26-year-old has reportedly chosen Newcastle as his preferred destination. The move's confirmation is of course pending a medical, and by the time this video may go out, or this video you're listening to it of course, the move may have already gone through. A decent free transfer for the Magpies, especially if they can help the Scotsman rediscover his form of a couple of years ago. Back then, of course, he was creating a whole host of chances and proved to be a difficult opponent for many defenders. But it's again whether or not Steve Bruce can bring out the best in him once more. Another thing that may be helping him is the fact that he's reuniting with obviously Newcastle's latest addition in Callum Wilson. Those two at Bournemouth a couple of seasons ago struck up quite the partnership. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can reignite that for the forthcoming season at St James's Park. And another story coming out of St James's Park is that Newcastle are close to signing left-back Jamal Lewis from Norwich. Lewis, of course, was linked earlier this summer to a move to Liverpool, but both the Reds and the Canaries were unable to agree on a fee. However, it proved to be no such problem for Newcastle as they found the negotiated price of £13.5 million bid to be accepted. Lewis is currently away with the Northern Ireland squad as it is the international break, of course, and it seems that personal terms and a medical are all that's separating this deal from completion. Our next story brings us to Everton. Last week, they were very close to signing 3 new players, and over the weekend, one was officially confirmed. Brazilian midfielder Allan has officially joined the Toffees on a 3-year deal. The fee is said to be in the region of €25 million, but the fee could rise due to possible add-ons. The subplot here is that Allan is reunited once again with Carlo Ancelotti, a man who was his manager at Napoli a couple of years ago and was one of the major pulls as to why he moved to Goodison Park in the first place. For Everton and Everton supporters, that's 1 down, 2 more to go, with James Rodriguez and Abdoulaye Doucouré set to be announced, if things go to plan of course, in the very near future. Our penultimate story revolves around the future of one Gini Wijnaldum. It was rumoured earlier this window that Gini Wijnaldum of Liverpool was attracting interest from Barcelona and their newly appointed manager Ronald Koeman. Over the past few days, it's being said that there's genuine interest from the Spanish giants and that Liverpool are interested in making a deal. Wijnaldum has entered the final year of his contract at Anfield, and with no real plans of entering negotiations over an extension to his contract, it makes sense for the Reds to cash in on him whilst he's still their player. It's being said that Liverpool are looking for a fee in the region of £50 million for the Dutch midfielder, but Barcelona are looking to take advantage of the 29-year-old being in his final year to knock the price down to around about £10 million. Either way, this potential deal is said to be pretty confident in finding a solution, and it's being said that the aftermath of Wijnaldum's departure will allow Liverpool the space and the funds for them to put in a serious bid for Thiago, a long-term target of Liverpool's in this transfer window. Either way, we're waiting to see how this possible deal develops. And sticking with Barcelona for our final story, they are also after another Dutch player in the form of Memphis Depay. The 26-year-old, currently of Lyon and formerly of Manchester United, has really rediscovered his great form that he had lost when during his stay with the Red Devils, with now the French club, of course. And with his former Dutch national manager Ronald Koeman in charge of Barcelona, he seems very keen to bring the striker/winger to the new camp this summer. It's early days and a fee isn't agreed as of yet, but reports are suggesting a fee in the region of just £22 million could be enough to bring Depay over to the Spanish Giants this transfer window. As it's also being rumoured that his arrival, should it happen of course, could trigger the exit of Luis Suarez, who's been heavily linked with a move to Juventus over the past couple of weeks. We wait and see how this story unfolds. And with that wraps up yet another transfer talk video, but of course I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of Newcastle confirming the signing of one Callum Wilson? What do you make of them also close to signing both Ryan Fraser and Jamal Lewis? What do you make of Everton confirming the signing of Allan? What do you make of Barcelona setting up two deals, one for Liverpool's Gini Wijnaldum and the other for Lyon's Memphis Depay, both Dutch players, and of course Ronald Koeman knows them very well from his time managing the Dutch national side. I'd love to know your thoughts, your comments and your opinions on all of these stories. Otherwise, hit that like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things would be greatly appreciated, and as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch, this has been another Transfer Talk video, and I will see and speak with you all again soon in another video.